Hey folks, so I got about maybe 15-20 minutes before I have to go in. Sitting out, the parking lot. It's about, I don't know, 6:41, 6:42, something like that. So I was able to, get up early enough. Kind of wish I got up maybe half an hour earlier, but I went to sleep around like 10 p.m. last night. Kind of conked out after went and attempted a jog. I was able to get through most of it, but like it's kind of weird. Like, I mean, when I start off every week, it seems like it's kind of hard for my legs. I maybe need to do a warm up, routine before I go, and then do some stretching as well. Maybe something that having to do with that. But like my lower legs, like the front parts, they start to experience a lot of pain, and definitely like my left knee, which I mean I've had issues with it for a while because I had something of sort of a injury of some sort. Might have damaged or even torn like a tendon or so, like a couple of years ago. And maybe it just never properly healed or something. Maybe it's just a general overuse sort of a thing. It might not even be that. Um, Specific event. It might just be like overuse, and I just gotta warm up, as I get older, so I can, be like limber and be able to just kind of do my thing without experiencing any sort of significant discomfort. But there's sort of an update video. It's day 85. I need to get a new calendar for my room, but it's day 85, Nofap. I would like to do a video on a completely different topic. Maybe after I get, home from work, just record one on my car on, the same iPhone. Talking about like a, different topic than anything like really Nofap related. Like I've reiterated, like I think I've probably said this enough, but over the past like year and a half, I've really heavily been focused on my finances, getting out of debt. So I might want to do that and then start that off as like a series of sort of like, my journey out of debt or something like that. Where, as time goes on, I can sort of, be reading up on stuff and talking about stuff related to that. And obviously, like where I'm at right now, it will probably be a lot of reiterating the Dave Ramsey total money makeover philosophy, which I get that, if you're not really in debt or you got sort of things, straightened out or figured out, it's like might be at that point where it's kind of like, okay, time to graduate to the next level. But, his philosophy, and I know people have said this before, but it's really, really good for folks who, their money's not right. They need to get their money right, get their finances straightened out. They're, deeply in debt, whether it's credit card debt or it's student loan debt or whatever the case may be. Um, and if they follow that philosophy, just getting out of debt, getting back to zero, I guess you could say, and then saving up, an emergency fund, and then having that extra cash to invest, to stock away, or squirrel away for retirement, or to then start making investment decisions that allow them to create passive income, stuff of that nature. Maybe once you get to that point, then you can start looking into more advanced stuff. But I'll have to get to that point first, and maybe along the way I'll read some other books on finance and debt and investing, and then maybe I can talk about those topics for that sort of series of videos, just to have something that I'm not like rambling on about, like what I'd call like vapid or generic platitudes. I don't want to be getting into that sort of territory too much. I'd rather be doing something practical and actionable and then discussing it, and maybe it'll lead to me producing the kind of content that's actually helpful to folks. But again, like as far as Nofap is concerned, I'm nearing that 90 days, and when I get to that point, you know, obviously assuming nothing does come up, but I'll definitely be doing an update video on that, just discussing like, you know, what's happened over the last 3 months, what kind of progress I've made, that sort of deal. And you know, I'd say that I'll basically try to be covering like how it is that I've made to 90 days this time around, because I mean, in each of these sorts of times I get to 90 days or I get beyond that, it's sort of like the reasons are slightly different, but a lot of it is kind of the same in terms of I mean, sort of having a deeper understanding of what's going on in my mind, what's going on in life, why I would want to stick with some habit like this for that long, and not go back into sort of the old ways, if you will, versus, you know, all the times that I have slipped up or I have relapsed or have returned to the old habit, and you know, kind of seeing the difference between the thinking of, you know, each state, so to speak. But anyways, I'm gonna grab my bag, gonna head in, get stuff set up, get going. Because you know, it's kind of nice to have like a, you know, 10-15 minute period before you have to really be getting to work, so you can get yourself set up and not be like in a rush. You know, get myself calibrated and focused. So anyways, I will see folks around and be uploading this video. Like I said, again, it's day 85, and hopefully I can get a second video out today. Again, you know, on more like finances, debt, you know, things of that nature, and particularly relating to like my experience with it and, you know, my journey out of it. You know, as things stand currently, obviously I'm not completely out of debt, but I've been making some progress, so I could talk about that. But anyways, I'll see you folks around. Enough of me you know, going on and on. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the likes, the comments, the subscriptions, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.